It all started with a nightmare about 3 years ago. I had a dream I was driving in southern Utah. I don't know where I was, but I just knew that was the area I was in. In this dream, I was extremely tired for some reason and knew that I had to pull over and find a hotel somewhere. I searched and I found a filling station that was sitting on a corner and it looked empty. It was run down and tired, but I went up to the window and there was a man inside. I asked him if there was a hotel. He told me where it was, but said, "Get inside before the sun sets." When I asked him why, he said, "Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to." I thought that was really weird, so I left and I got to this hotel and checked in. When I found out the hotel didn't have a restaurant, I decided to go find something to eat because I was starving. Why do all my nightmares start with me being hungry? Isn't that how all horror films start, with people being hungry? Or is it horny? Anyways, back to the story. Hungry, driving down a dirt road. I see ahead there's a mountain and there's a weird cloud formation forming above. As I get closer, I see the mountain's actually cut directly down the middle, but it's in the shape of a V. And the thing that I thought was clouds were actually some sort of dark energy particles floating, causing a bridge over this gap and forming a perfect triangle. And then as the sky got darker, the moon appeared right in the center of this void. But it didn't look like a moon, it looked like the eye of a reptile looking at me. I needed to leave. But that's when a portal opened up and something tall and dark came out and towards me. And then I woke up.
Just having another aftershock right now.
Yeah,
Speak the
I was
lights.
wondering if you could see the lights shaking.
I can't
out
feel
there.
it out here.
Okay, yeah. Fifth aftershock, according to Lindsay. We can see the lights shaking a little bit, and then we can feel the roll. But I've been told that this is the safest building to be in.
The original earthquake, 5.7 magnitude, now 5 aftershocks. Morgan is out live with some damage. Morgan, where are you?
That might not be a big earthquake to some of you, but I grew up in California. I've been through some big ones. And this one felt different. It caused a lot of damage. People here in Utah aren't prepared for earthquakes, so they were panicking, and it went on for weeks and months, the aftershocks. But I will say the day after this earthquake, the nightmare happened again from 2 years earlier. There was the same mountain cut in the shape of a V and the mist forming above it, but this time the thing that came out of the middle of the ground wasn't black, but it was filled with fire and rage. Why was I continuing to have this dream that focused on the moon aligning with the gap between this mountain, and why was there always something coming up out of the earth? And why did it look like this? Little did I know the place I was seeing was Parowan, Utah. Parowan meaning evil waters by the natives. Now listen, I'm not saying I'm psychic by any means, but why do I keep having dreams about ancient Native American sites like this, as well as 9 Mile Canyon and areas of Skinwalker Ranch, and then later find that the place exists? So hear me out. 3 years ago I have a nightmare about a place that really exists, that was created by a fault line millions of years ago. The same fault line that caused the earthquake a year ago during a spring solstice that involves the moon and the sun aligning with this very place. And then what are the odds of me then having a wild hair up my ass, going to Las Vegas, and then driving through this place a year to the day after during the same spring solstice? These are just some of the questions I ask myself that I do not know the answer to. Do you know the answer? If so, comment below and let me know. So when you see me go through these places here today, just know I've never been here. I don't know anything about the place other than what I Googled on the way up and what the signs showed. I, honest to God, knew nothing about this place. So that is why I'm so weirded out. But that was your little story for the day, so let's learn some history, y'all. Real quick before we head to the Parowan Gap, right before is this area, and supposedly there's dinosaur tracks in all of these rocks from 65 million years ago. I'm so proud of myself. I've been getting my steps in this week, looking for dinosaurs and ghosts. So this whole area, this just gives you a sense of how ancient it is. 65 million years ago, the dinosaurs walked this very valley. Let's see if we can find one. I don't know where I'm going. Let's just go up here. Can rattlesnakes get you in the winter? Probably not. They're probably sleeping. This must be one. Yeah! That's a dinosaur's footprint. What do you think of that? So I'm assuming, I'm no geologist or archaeologist, but I'm assuming the dinosaurs walked these parts of the land, and then over millions of years, sediment and rock and pressure from water filled in those footprints, forming like a reverse mold. That's why the footprint is raised, rather than depressed. It's depressed. It's a depressed brontosaurus. Man, this place is crazy. Well, I think that's just really neat. I don't know about you, but I'm really into this. So this little marker here indicates that there must be a dinosaur footprint on this rock. This must be it. Right there. Look at those little toes. It's like a little horse foot. How cool. I'm sitting here looking at where dinosaurs roamed the earth. And now I'm roaming the earth. And I can tell you what, I could really go for some pancakes right now. Searching for dinosaurs makes me hungry. There's a little sign about this place. How about I go get some info instead of just guessing. Okay. So you can see here, most of the footprints here in Parowan Gap have 3 toes that resemble giant bird feet, so they were known as hadrosaurs. Oh, the duckbills. Oh, these are the little cuties. They used to roam this area. A lot of people don't know this about Utah and like this part, but this was all like tropical. This was a rainforest. There's parts up in Spanish Fork Canyon, and in some of these canyons you can still find tortoise shells and fish scales, because this was all under the ocean, under Lake Bonneville. So it's really, really crazy to think that now it's this. What can happen after millions of years? Yeah, so those are, they're very, oh, see, look at one. That's why it looked kind of weird and it was missing a toe on that last one. It fell off. Someone broke off a piece. These people are assholes, you guys. Am I right? Am I right? Like, don't touch this shit. Ugh. For real. Anyways, beautiful spot. Check this out. Let's go on to the, let's first of all not die, and then let's go on to the Parowan Gap. Talk about that. There's just something odd about driving up to a place that you've seen in a nightmare that you've never been to before. You know what I'm saying? And when we rounded this corner, went through the mouth of this little canyon, you know, the snow just hit the windshield. You could feel the air just blasting against us. And there was definitely a weird, ancient energy coming from this very spot. And I know a lot of people don't believe in that stuff, and that's fine. That's just how I felt. But it's very, very strong, the energy that's in this place. And it's very ancient. There's this little informational area that talks about the petroglyphs and things, because I'm learning about this with you, so let's take a look. And I apologize about any wind sounds. This place is a wind tunnel. I guess there is a little Salt Lake here. I had no idea. So the Parowan Gap was formed, you know, by millions of years of erosion, mountain ridges rising up out of the ground, and rivers, you know, eroding this perfect gap. And so people have lived here for over 12,000 years, and am I having a stroke right now? Oh my gosh, it's so freezing. Sorry. But this is what the Parowan Gap looks like from above. So you can see how the water eroded it perfectly. So over millions of years. You can see here how we're on a fault line. There's a lot of fault lines out here, tectonic plates, and fault lines that cause the earth to shift upwards like this in these jagged areas. And it is so windy here. I guess it makes perfect sense. This is the perfect recipe to have a wind tunnel. I'm freezing my ass off right now. It's colder. It's colder than shit. But I want to see some petroglyphs. Let's take a look. It's a very... This place is just a very, very mysterious. Just feels very mysterious. Oh yeah, you can see petroglyphs here. Wow. Do you see those? Does this petroglyph, also known as the zipper glyph, look familiar to you guys? It looks an awful lot like the drawing that I did. I'm just gonna say. What is that about? Oh, that's creepy. I've seen a lot of petroglyphs that I just can't explain, that you see that look like flying saucers, people coming out of spaceships, airplanes. Now, historians and archaeologists, they say that it means, you know, something completely different, but, you know, how did people know what an airplane looked like 5,000 years ago? Do you know what I'm saying? But apparently these particular petroglyphs, they tell the story of like a migration from an old place to this area, It talks about how there was famine, drought, cold ice, and hot sun. And it also talks of a great leader. So there was a conflict, and this great leader was killed, and archaeologists are able to tell that just by looking at these pictures, which is amazing. Like, I always wanted to be an archaeologist so that I could have a little Asian boy follow me around and say, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones! You know what I'm saying? That's the life. Whew, the Hopi people. Yeah, here's some more petroglyphs. So interesting. So beautiful. Look at that. I mean, there is one up here that's looking a little penisy. I'm not gonna lie. That's what that could be about. I know men love their phallic symbols all throughout history. But yeah, that's just a little look at the Parowan Gap and the petroglyphs. Of course, there's more over here. And like I said, because it's just, because it was just the spring solstice, that means the sun, sat. It means the sun set perfectly between these two rocks. I'll have to look more into that. That's just what I've been told. It's so crazy because the wind will completely die and then it just blasts back up. But yeah, this place was put on the historic register back in 1969 when they had to do that because people are crazy and they try and deface things. Like, by the way, when you come out here, don't go up and touch these. They're thousands of years old, and the oils in your hands will actually ruin them. Let's keep these for future generations. God, that's beautiful. It's so cool. In person, you just have to see it. Okay. I think I'm going to walk back to the car because my fingers feel like otter pops. Whew. They weren't kidding about those petroglyphs talking about the cold wind, because we certainly have that today. But all around the state of Utah, there are petroglyphs you can see. I highly recommend coming out here to the Parowan Gap if you're ever passing through to Cedar City. It's just right before Cedar City. Piece of history. Who wouldn't love to see that? And my name's Adam. Again, thank you for joining me. Whew, it's cold. Hope you enjoyed this little mini tour. And remember, keep it paranormal. Yeah. Oh, I have a really cute photo of me. You guys, I look hot and I'm gonna post it. You're gonna see, just look. I did a photo shoot here once. I look like I'm walking through the sagebrush foraging for brownie paper towels. Won't you join me on a haunted history walking tour? It's a tour that's haunted, there's history, and we walk, What is up this path, over this bridge, and over this creek that roars with water? Why, we're at the Mill Fork Cemetery, y'all. Now, this cemetery and I have a history. And I brought Auntie Panties with me. Hello, Auntie Panties. Mill Fork Cemetery was established in the 1800s. And there's some interesting graves here. Shall we take a look and see what I mean? Please enter. Oh. So here, there's graves of children, and in front of some of the graves, I remember there being little boxes with mementos from their life inside. So I'm gonna see if they're still here after I get tetanus. God, a tetanus shot. God damn it. Pardon my language. Oh, I don't see it here. There is a locker though, in case you want to go to high school in the afterlife. Should I open it? Oh my God. Oh, it was a shovel. I was scared for my life. Are we sufficiently out of breath now?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of children in this area. I don't know the story or why, but there used to be little plexiglass boxes with things from the babies in it. The cemetery was actually founded in 1893 when 3 children in the Finch family contracted scarlet fever and died, all because their mother allowed a woman who was escaping Grand Junction from the scarlet fever epidemic with her daughter to live with them in their house, thus infecting everyone and then killing them all in the end. The most tragic story of all is about Ida Ballard. Her husband Paris was crazy and drunk one night, shot and killed her, and then killed himself. And in some weird, ironic twist, the family buried them still side by side in the cemetery. Definitely strange if you ask me. Many people drive up Highway 6 going towards Price. They don't even know this exists. So I thought I'd give you a tour. Let's see what we've got over here. Does anyone here have any pictures of the old plexiglass boxes that had like belongings in them that used to be above the graves? I know I'm not crazy. If you do, post them to my Facebook page under the Paranormal Polynesian or on Instagram. Yeah, I'm not seeing the things I used to. They're very interesting. Well, anyhow, the reason why this cemetery is interesting to me is because the last time I was here, I went home and a little girl followed me back and started haunting our house. And she would run up and down the stairs, and we would hear her. The lights would turn on and off in the guest bedroom. And my husband even saw this. And it wasn't until I came back here and brought some flowers and sat them down and asked her to leave. She finally did, and she left us. But she came from here. Probably one of these tiny little baby graves. And actually, I don't know a whole lot about this cemetery, so I'm going to have to look it up and let you know. But it's definitely, it's a neat little place. It's a sweet little cemetery. Don't you think? It's sad. There's a lot of children here. And then you've got the picnic area. That pretty bridge. So, yeah, come check it out. It's up Highway 6 about, I'd say, maybe 15 miles east of Spanish Fork, somewhere around there heading towards Price. But definitely worth a look. Let's make our way back down. You doing okay, Auntie Panties?
Doing okay.
Good. This is our big adventure for the day. You want to say my tagline with me to the folks at home? You know? Do you know it? But anyways, thanks for joining us. So this is Adam signing off and saying, keep it paranormal. Bye. You know how much I love a haunted history walking tour, but tonight I was invited to go a little deeper and investigate one of the most haunted spots in Utah. I literally just told my friend that I was all alone back here, and this just came onto the screen. Are you kidding? Naturally, I patched granola bars for days, but forgot a flashlight. I can't see anything. Like super creeped out because I'm in the pitch black. Can you see anything?
I can't.
And I revisit the site of one of my most famous bathroom hauntings. Hello? Just like chairs that look like they're about to fall and kill me. And meet up with some new friends along the way.
Whoa. Holy crap! There you go. That's exactly what we wanted.
So join me on the Haunted History Walking Tour. Ghost Hunt. Picture it, the Great Salt Lake, 1893. Out of this desert oasis arose a playground unlike anything the world had seen. It was known as the Coney Island of the West, the Great Saltair. Tragically, in 1925 and again in 1931, this beautiful building caught fire and burned to the ground. The building was feared to be lost forever, but in 1981 it was rebuilt, of course nowhere near its former glory. And then in 1984 it flooded in the Great Flood of '84. So this place has a very checkered history, to say the least. In more recent years, it's now used as a nightclub and the center of huge raves and parties. But with all of those people and all of that craziness, there's a lot of murders and deaths that happen here. I had no idea the amount until I started researching this place for this show. Even stranger, I started to notice a trend of bodies being found in suitcases and bags.
DNA tests confirm a body found in a suitcase near Saltair is a missing Las Vegas woman. Police believe she was killed by her stepfather, who took his own life months ago.
The police say, based on the evidence, it appears that Susanna's body was out here for several months. Police say the investigation is now closed.
And the weirdest of all is the night before this visit, I had a nightmare about finding a suitcase on the banks of this lake, and I had no idea what that meant. If I find a body tonight while I'm walking around, there's gonna be some trouble, people. I'm not having it. It's like pitch black. Okay. Well, yeah, this doesn't look creepy at all at night. Looks totally normal. It is colder than a bitch. Oh gosh. Let's see. I wonder how to get in. Do you see this building? Oh, there we go. Creep Fest. Just gonna walk out here. Yeah, this isn't sketchy at all. If you're wondering why I'm walking around this building like an asshat without a flashlight, surrounded by the ghosts of many murdered people, It's because, well, I am an asshat without a flashlight. I had just come straight from a performance and I was totally ill prepared, but a friend of mine was nice enough to invite me over here. He was doing a ghost investigation with his team, so I'm just trying to find a way into the building, and of course I'm very, very late, as usual. First things first, I gotta pee, because I'm not a fucking savage and I don't go out in the street, okay? Speaking of, let's talk about my very first ghost story that happened years ago in these very bathrooms. Oh God, I'm in the women's. That's terrifying. Okay, this is more like it. Oh hey, not a spirit, just a person. How are you? Good. Okay, well that scared the shit out of me. At least I'm in the appropriate place. Okay, I don't know if you remember me, but last time I was here years ago, you turned on all these sinks by yourself. Someone turned these sinks on. I was over here doing my biz, and I heard the water turn on, so I came out here. That far corner sink was running, and then the other two next to it turned on by themselves. And you have to use a handle. They're not automatic. So, if there's anyone in here, can you make a sound? Turn on a faucet, flush a toilet. Who ghost hunts in a bathroom? I don't know, but here I am. It's weird, I don't feel anything. I mean, you would think I would, but I don't. Does anyone want to come here and talk? Turn on a sink? Knock on a wall? Close one of the stalls? My name's Adam. What's yours? Who introduces themselves in a bathroom? Me. Just make the door just move a little bit. Can you make this door just swing towards me? Can you please slam one of these doors? I'd be so grateful if you could do something with one of these doors in the stalls. Hello? Can you show yourself in a photo? How about in the mirror? Okay, I'm leaving. I'm now gonna head upstairs to the bar that wraps around the dance floor below. So let's take a look. Let's just see. Is there anyone here? Anyone want to talk to me? Anybody? there's someone here, make a sign. This looks like a VIP box, lounge or something. Is it just me or empty chairs creepy as fuck? I feel like they are. Jeez. Next time I'll bring my night vision. Crazy. So what do you think? Is this place haunted? Someone want to move a chair? Close the door? I don't feel anything here. I wonder why that is. I need to go somewhere else. Hello, is there anybody here? I wasn't getting anything in the bar area, so I walked towards the front of the building and went up another flight of stairs and down a very long, skinny, dark hallway here. And there was a chair sitting at the end, so I thought I would sit there and hang out by myself, because I'm fucking weird like that. And yes, it's terrifying, because I'm completely alone. But I still did it. I want to feel if there's something in the building. I wasn't feeling any spirit. But as I come back in here, I do start to feel something. I literally just told my friend that I was all alone back here. And this just came onto the screen. Are you kidding to me? Is there someone here? Do you want to tell me something? Drew? Is your name Drew? Andrew? My name's Adam. Wow, I can't believe that thing said it said all alone. Like those exact words. Are you all alone? Wow, that's pretty creepy. I wish I had caught me saying what I just said. Like I had just before I had pressed record on this. I was telling my friend on Facebook that I was all alone. Cord? Well, what happened with the cord? Is it this cord that I'm holding? I have a cord in my hand. This is kind of interesting. It's like you're in here looking at what I'm doing. Are you watching me? Is this a working restroom? There's a shower in here? Weird. Does this faucet work? Oh yeah, shit. I'm feeling a little isolated, so I'm gonna just phone a friend here. I'm gonna call Wendy, see what she has to say about this place.
What is it? What is it?
No, I just found this bathroom like all by itself with a shower.
Dang it. You can't turn your camera off, Adam?
I can't see anything. I'm so mad because I lost my flashlight and I'm like super creeped out because I'm in the pitch black. Can you see anything?
I can't.
I don't know why. I'm like walking backwards down this long, skinny ass hallway because there's like something back here. Huh?
What do you think it is, if it's not ghosts?
I don't know, man. I kept getting the impression of like a record playing over and over of an older man that was living here for some reason, which made no sense. Because there was just a bathroom and a long hallway. There were no living quarters anywhere around that I could see. Until I ran into two girls that were also investigating, and then they told me a little bit more about this exact area I had been sitting in for a few hours. Okay.
Here, so this wall is new.
Interesting. Yes. So this is where I sat. And this is when it started saying rap and chord. What's that?
Total.
Mm-hmm. And then it just kept saying, you're all alone. It kept saying all alone. And I had just texted my friend and she's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm just all alone right now in a creepy hallway.
Yeah.
And then it just said all alone.
So that room is now the unfinished bathroom.
That they're gonna finish?
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I was here, none of this was here. This has been a while.
Yeah. So this was another room.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay.
Travel.
Oh my gosh. Yep, we just traveled down here.
Travel.
But the room that was here, there used to be a couple that lived here.
Lived here?
They lived here.
Wow. Like caretakers?
See?
Demon. Yeah, I've gotten the word evil twice tonight.
Well, they lived here for a long time, and they took care of the place, stuff like that. And when they moved out, I couldn't even go in that room.
So they lived in this area.
Yeah, they will see the air conditioner and everything.
Yeah.
This was all their room.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Did they have a kitchen?
See, look.
What's it say now?
Hide.
Hide. Okay. I shall do that.
Well, go hide.
Very cool. That's an interesting story. I had no idea. Huh. Is there anyone in this mirror? Oh, that's not creepy at all. Oh my god, there's mirrors everywhere. I just realized that. I fucking hate mirrors. Wonder if I can catch anything in it. There's the Saltair outside. Is there someone here? Oh, evil. Great. Are you evil? If you're evil, set off that REM pod over there, that light, that red light. Let me know you're... Oh man, that's getting crazy. Hello? Amelia. Known. There's someone named Amelia? Isabel. Isabel? Amelia? Are you here? God, it said Amelia again. What does that mean? Well, my time here is about done, and I heard that my friend Vincent was doing a spirit box session in the green room here by the stage. It's a green room that Marilyn Manson used to use, and there's some crazy story about him asking for some sort of crazy Egyptian, like, hieroglyph symbols to be put behind the paint before they painted his room. I don't know anything about this, but if any of you do, please comment below. Oh, this is terrifying. It's just like chairs that look like they're about to fall and kill me. Oh, the magic of the theater. What's in here? So yeah, let's just pop into a quick little spirit box sesh and see what they've got going on. We're just gonna record.
I'm not afraid of you.
Are you intimidated by anybody in this room? Whoa! Is that a yes? Yeah, that. None of us will harm you.
I've been having palpitations quite frequently.
You okay?
Did that say Sally something?
Did it say Sally?
Sounds like it.
Is that up? Oh, whoa. Holy crap! There you go. That's exactly what we wanted. Thank you.
You have one job.
Wow.
Well,
That was legit right as we like closed.
Yeah, right as we said we're going.
You want us
Thank
to
you
leave?
for that. Thank you.
You want us to leave? What?
I didn't hear what that said.
I don't know.
Didn't sound nice.
Look, my
There we
light's
go.
freaking again.
But do you have one of those flash modes on it? Like,
Yeah,
like,
but it just, I'm not in the flash mode.
Thank you for making contact.
Vincent. I hate that laugh.
Yeah, it's kind of like sinister, huh?
All right, everybody, you ready?
Ready.
Look, see.
Adam, you did perform tonight, huh?
Uh-huh,
How
yeah.
did it go?
That's good.
I love it.
It's over.
Oh, it's all over?
Yeah, it's my
I
closing
missed
night.
it?
Yeah, that's
This
all.
was the finale?
Yeah. We just did 9 shows.
Man, I miss everything.
Okay, well, we're just ending this investigation. Kind of quiet tonight. NBD. These antique stairs. These are not original. They came from another building. Did you know that? Really cool. A lot of activity on the stairs. Okay, heading down. Also, if you want to know who this creepy little guy is that's lit up at the bottom of these stairs, go to paranosis.com and check out my friend Vincent Lord's site. He has a crazy collection of cursed objects and an entire paranormal investigative team that he goes all over with, and he's really a delight to deal with. And I do again want to thank him for letting me come tonight. Thank you, Vincent. Thanks to everyone at Paranosis, and thank you to the Saltair. And thank you for joining me first, though, it's time for a selfie. And until next time, remember, keep it paranormal. Bye! What secrets lie within the Spanish Fork Cemetery? What spirits need to speak to us today? Truth be told, I have to pee so bad right now that this is going to be the fastest cemetery tour of your life. So here we are. What a beautiful cemetery. You know what? I never really looked at it before because I've come here so much. But this is a really pretty cemetery. Especially over here with all these trees and the beautiful mountains. I like it. Yeah, a lot of my family's buried here. My husband's family. This is a very, very beautiful place. I wouldn't mind being here, but I think it's full. Tear down one of them soccer fields! Well, not now. Eventually. But, we're here at the Spanish Fork Cemetery just so that I can show you a specific grave. The grave of the Weeping Woman. Do you all know this story? Well, guess what? I don't really know it either. So let's Google that shit. Google that shit! And find out. Okay. There's a lot of weird people here looking at me. I don't appreciate it. Stop looking at me that way, lady. They think I'm weird. Videotaping a cemetery drive. Oh, look at this headstone! Let me zoom in. Oh, that's a shitty... That's cute. I love it. I love those old-timey headstones from the 1800s. They were so beautiful. The sad thing is they were made of marble and limestone and stuff, so they're not lasting anymore. They just don't hold up. It's not a good material for Utah. And I would know because I used to make headstones for a living. So that's me. That's my profesh self talking to you. Sorry, I think you're hearing my keys jangle. I'd be annoyed too, so I do apologize. But we've got to find this weeping lady. I think this lady's looking for her too, and she thinks she's gonna beat my ass finding her. No, lady, not today, because I know exactly where I'm going. That's my secret weapon. Because she's right here. Bam! Got it. Look at her creeping up. She's like, I'm gonna get a video of it. Okay, so here we are. This is the weeping lady of the Spanish Fork Cemetery. Let's go out and take a look at her. Okay, Adam here, your host. Your ghost host. Your ghost host with the most. Hey! And let's take a look at this weeping lady. I'm trying out this new mode on my phone. It lets me talk to you while I'm showing you stuff. Okay. So what do you think? I can't see a damn thing. But anyways, let me tell you the story of this lady. Okay? So, her name was Laura, and she did die in 1929. I heard that she had an infectious tumor, and that's how she died. And her husband was devastated, obviously, because she was very young. Her husband's Horace here, and he died much later in 72. But anyhow, he made this monument himself, I believe. And do you see the calcium deposits there? They say that she cries actual tears I mean, it's always been wet there, so I don't know what causes that. It's just, I mean, I'll tell you what causes it. It's all the crevices in the stone, this granite, and water here. It doesn't mix. And the water in this cemetery specifically in Spanish Fork actually turns red. So it looks like the headstones are bleeding, which is kind of awesome. Kind of makes me definitely want to be buried here now. Damn. So anyways, let's read the poem that her husband wrote. It says, warm summer sun shine blindly here, gentle breeze blow softly here. Mother Earth above, lie light. Good night, sweetheart, good night. Oh, that's so sweet. What do you guys think of this? The other part of the legend is, if you walk around the cemetery, I think 3 times, they said, that's a pretty good walk. I mean, look at that. My fatness is not walking around the cemetery 3 times. Okay. But they say if you walk around the cemetery, you can hear her crying in the headstone, or from the headstone. That's kind of dramatic. I mean, let her rest, okay? Don't make her cry. It's kind of rude. Oh, but anyways, I wanted to look over here because I've designed quite a handful of the headstones in the cemetery. Did I tell you guys that I used to make headstones? I think I said that earlier, but I don't think we ever talked about it. But yeah, I used to design graves, headstones, not the same thing. And they're in here somewhere. Should we look for them? Oh, but I gotta pee, you guys. I don't know why I keep telling you this. Let's just take a look. We're all friends here. We share info. It's fine. If you haven't had to pee, then you're not a human being. Looks like someone just had a burial here. I don't know. I know they're in here, but I'm also so lazy and it's lunchtime. I tell you what, today's video was mainly to just show you this weeping woman, but we'll do a full tour of this cemetery at dusk. So we'll talk about that soon. Now Miss Lady over here's got her kid in the sunroof, just joyriding around the cemetery, and I'm the weird one, vlogging it. I really like this one here. Look at that beautiful metal work. I do like that. This is what's called a wing monument in the biz. And I love a wing monument. I think my husband and I will get one because they just look real smart. They look real fancy. You done good, Jennifer and Chad. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna get, I think. What do you want for your headstone when you die? Comment below. Is that weird? I mean, you're on a paranormal channel, so don't know what to tell you. Okay, well, it's been fun, you guys. I'm blind. Did I mention I have to pee? Thanks for taking this little tour with me, this little haunted hotspot. This haunted, what is this shit called? Haunted hotspots, haunted hotspots walking tour? Ah, shit. Wait, let me just insert a voiceover here. Thanks for joining me on my haunted history walking tour. Remember, if you like haunted hotspot tours and haunted locations, travel, food, decor, and home shit, please like, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and remember to keep it paranormal.